Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bios, your Norwood Average Gamer. I am an aspiring YouTuber and streamer on Mixer. As you can see by the video's title, I'm going to be talking a lot about Mixer. It's also 2 a.m. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I finally decided to do this because I think it's necessary for this platform. I've been streaming on Mixer for quite a while now, and there's a lot of things that I love about the platform, things that I think the platform can improve, and things that worry me about the life of the platform. Now before we get started, I'm going to read this disclaimer. I will be talking about the issues that I myself have noticed when it comes to the streaming platform Mixer as a whole, and want to open a conversation to better improve the platform and create awareness in a different perspective. These issues will contain two notable streamers, Ninja and SHROUD, and I will explain their involvement from my viewpoint in the video. Nothing that I say is from a place of hate, jealousy, or anything negative towards anyone I bring up in this video or Mixer, but everything I say is subjective from my own outlook and experience. This video is meant first and only to create a healthy and constructive environment for discussion. I do not know everything. I'm not claiming to know everything. I only know from what I've gathered. If there's anything that I am wrong about, please feel free to leave a comment. That also goes for any Mixer streamers out there who may know something I don't. Please be understanding and hear me through to the end before you make a comment or reach out to me. I want to keep this as healthy as possible because all I want to do is help the platform grow and be successful. And hopefully, we all can learn something. This is also the time for you guys to possibly get a snack or a drink or whatever. This will be a long video, so prepare to take some breaks. Just have it playing in the background if you're listening, whatever you like. Just letting you know it's gonna be long. Alright, starting off with what I like. So here are some things I like about the platform. Mixer has a very appealing aesthetic that feels very welcoming and easy on the eyes. I like that it is smaller and less saturated than Twitch, which also means the community is nicer and more welcoming. As a streamer, this is very good because you'll find less randoms saying something negative to you and more people actually willing to watch whatever you're streaming and interacting with you. The potential growth on Mixer is also good, especially for people that are really new to streaming like I am, to get a better feel and experience for what it's like to be a streamer and to actually create a community for yourself. The issues. Now I'm going to get into Mixer and its main issue, but please remember what I said before, that this is supposed to be a conversation and I love the platform. But in order for the platform itself to grow and do better, some things have to be said. A lot of people on Mixer, as far as from what I experience, are very quick to come to Mixer's defense when anyone tries to talk about the platform if it isn't positive, which in a way can be good, but doesn't help the platform and in turn doesn't help anyone and hurts everyone. So Mixer's main issue is its viewership. Not the streamers or the streams just yet, but the lack of people watching and engaging with the platform. Remember earlier when I said Mixer isn't as saturated as Twitch? Well, apparently that's not exactly true. Yes, the Mixer platform is smaller than Twitch, but it is just as saturated in ways that you may not think of at first glance, and that's not good. On Twitch, there are many streamers, but there's also a very large viewer base. On Mixer, it's almost reversed. There's way more streamers than there are viewers, so on Mixer, it is a smaller pool, especially for new streamers. So you're technically fighting for an audience that's already been established and occupied by some, if not most, of the bigger streamers / streamer partners that are on Mixer. Granted, this isn't a bad thing. the popular streamers and streamer partners earn their viewership. You'll hear a lot when considering streaming on Mixer that the streamers there hustle and hustle hard. I'm not trying to dig on anyone's bag or grind here because I'm in the same boat. That's not the problem. The problem is that the current viewers aren't engaging with the platform if their favorite streamer isn't on, and new streamers aren't coming in or coming in enough, and if they are, they're not staying. On twitchtracker.com, which tracks the viewer base and people who live stream on both platforms, Twitch and Mixer, on Mixer for every stream there's about 3 to 1 viewers, and on Twitch for every stream there's about 23 viewers, which is the range that an average stream gets when they're not at the top. And you can see it for yourself. When you go to Twitch and click on a game to watch, let's say Valorant for example, which is really popular right now, the views on Twitch will be in the top thousands, but on Mixer it'll be somewhere in the few hundreds. Valorant is only in the 3000s on Mixer right now because Ninja is holding about 2,000 of the viewers.
You say to me, you little shit!
And when he's gone, they all leave. And when you would scroll going from the thousands to the tens to the ones to the zeros on Twitch, I mean, if you even get to the zeros, you can just go down the long list because of its viewers. Like, there's so many people with these views. You could swipe almost forever just going down before you actually hit the bottom. But on Mixer, you would swipe and maybe a few times you'll already be at the bottom. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, that's a good thing because new streamers will get noticed more easily. My response is, yeah, if there's anyone really watching. These streams show you'll start hitting those tens and ones on streams pretty quickly, which means that the viewer base that those people are trying to grab are already occupied by another streamer, in this case, Ninja. It is a problem for people that thought Mixer was a good place to start, but they're not seeing growth and stuff like that. When Ninja and SHROUD came to Mixer, yes, they pulled in a lot of new users, but what's happened over time is still the same issue of the main issue. Most of their viewers either only come to Mixer to watch them and leave until they're back on, or have completely gone and went back to Twitch because they have other streamers to watch there. If anything, the only thing they brought over was more streamers. And as you can see by this chart for watch time retention, it's not looking good. More people are streaming, but not enough viewers are watching. And by the annual results from last year to now, when it comes to hours watched, Mixer only grew 0.2% from last year. That's really bad. It means that the platform became stagnant, or it had regressed and only got back some of the viewers it was losing. That's not a good thing. And it's especially shocking because compared to the other platforms, they all gained massive viewership due to the virus. Most people are at home and are watching streams, but the same can't be said for Mixer. And you can also see here that even Facebook Gaming has gotten an edge. Facebook Gaming, which is pretty much fresh, towards Mixer, who's been here for almost 5 years. Where are the ads? I noticed that Mixer doesn't have enough advertising, if any, for the platform. If you're watching this, tell me, have you ever seen a Mixer commercial? Like, let's be honest, have you ever seen a Mixer commercial or any type of advertisement before Ninja and SHROUD were recruited? What about after? The only way that I ever saw advertisement for Mixer was when I actively searched for it. i.e., I had to Google/YouTube Mixer commercials because I never seen them. Whether it was on YouTube, my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or even TikTok, I never saw a commercial. But I'll tell you what I have seen without searching for it: Twitch ads, Facebook gaming ads, YouTube streaming ads, and even caffeine ads. I've seen more caffeine ads than Mixer ads. And if you're wondering what caffeine even is, that tells you there's a problem. Without advertisement for this platform, how are new people going to see how great it is? How will new people know there's another option besides the giant Twitch? Well, I'll tell you, they won't. It is now known from Ninja and SHROUD that Mixer had a 2-year plan. Plans for more advertisement, events, ways to get the Mixer name more widespread, but because of COVID-19, their plans went out the window entirely, and they had to start from scratch. Which is very, very unfortunate. On top of this, there's word of Microsoft cutting the already small Mixer staff, which makes any gleaming outlook of the situation even dimmer. And it gives a scary look that Microsoft may think that Mixer isn't a worthy investment, despite all the strides and positive changes that have been made. Even when Mixer had SHROUD to do a commercial for Xbox Game Pass on PC, there wasn't a single mention of their streaming platform Mixer, which really shocked me. Like, why would you have someone you paid millions for to be on your Mixer platform? Sure, you're advertising for something else, but it's still a part of the gaming experience. And since he's on Mixer, why wouldn't you mention it? Right? Now, this is the part where things get a bit jabby. Fair warning. Besides advertising, Mixer has a small viewer base because of the Mixer streamers themselves. Now, I'm not digging on anybody, these are just things that I'm noticing. Now, most people on Mixer have social media channels like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, etc. But a lot of people, especially when it comes to YouTube, which is a really huge platform to get attention, a lot of them don't upload. For every 10 streamers on Mixer, I would say 1 or 2 of them upload Mixer related content. The bar gets even thinner because even those who upload, their last video would be ages ago, like 1 or 2 videos every few months. And I noticed this because when I started streaming on Mixer, I started doing my research and going around checking out the environment to find people to support and relate to. I wanted to get involved in the community, see what people are doing, where they're posting, who are they talking to, and really get a feel for what I'd be getting into. This is something I notice for a lot of channels. And when they're not sharing their content on other platforms, it's not attracting a larger potential audience to Mixer, which makes Mixer's viewership a lot smaller or gives it less of a chance to grow. Now, if you check out a lot of people on Twitch, they have videos from their streams that attract a lot of people to watch them on Twitch, increasing Twitch's watch engagement. Now, I'm a culprit of this myself. I don't upload a lot, but it's something that I am working on changing. SHROUD and Ninja. When Mixer acquired SHROUD and Ninja to the platform, it did help the viewership and get Mixer's name out there, but over time, it ended up not doing much at all. They are also now the main faces of Mixer whenever there's discussion or controversy, and their channels are used as references for Mixer's success and failures. In my humble opinion, this was not Mixer's best move. It was a big move, yeah, but not the best. Personally, when I started getting involved in Mixer, I always wondered why the platform barely showed off their star streamer partners, like Twitch does with streamers like Pokimane, Tim the Tapman, Dr. Disrespect. Now, you could say they do with their partner spotlight, but that doesn't give the same importance or appreciation like having them in an event where viewers can meet them, or putting them in commercials so people can be inspired to be like them, if that makes sense. I had to find them on my own. I didn't know who the faces of Mixer were until I began digging through the platform to find them. I believe the money that Mixer spent on getting Shroud and Ninja should have been spent promoting Mixer's own lineup of streamers because they've worked so hard to get to where they are. I'm not saying that Shroud and Ninja didn't work hard for their statuses, but for the ones within Mixer's own ecosystem. Because without these streamers, Mixer would have been dead so long ago. Regardless, Shroud and Ninja are here, and plans were set to utilize them to benefit Mixer, and they also spoke highly about the platform. But I'm going to share a couple of quotes that I don't agree with.
And when I mean my viewers, like the number. So many people, it's their number one roast. It's their number one way to go, man. I mean, both times, like, Turner's trying to insult me, man. He's talking about how, like, I need clout, my views are going down. Taking pictures of my freaking, you know, of the lowest that my stream numbers are every day. And, like, dude, I'm still pulling on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok millions of views of video. When I upload Fortnite to YouTube, I get millions of views. Like, I'm doing just fine, man. The fact that Shroud and I can stream tournaments and sometimes pull 10,000 viewers or more on this platform, on Mixer, without, like, substantial advertising on Mixer's end, and without, like, having a simpler way to actually make usernames and accounts on this platform is incredible. It's impeccable. It's outstanding. Like, when I'm playing Wars on Wednesdays, like, sometimes I pull, like, 14,000 viewers, dude. 14,000 people. That is a shitload on this platform. That's like 80 to 90K on Twitch. And what's upsetting is, like, there are people in the community that, like, not just randoms. Like, when a random makes fun of my viewer account, dude, I'm just like, bro, you don't understand. You're asshole from a hole in the ground. Like, I don't need to explain to you the in-depth analysis of live streaming and platforms and numbers, like, because you won't get it. But when there are people in the community, I've said this before, man, like Slasher, dude. When Slasher's a news, I mean, he's trolling, but it doesn't matter that he's trolling or not when he tweets shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, every time there's, like, a huge live event going on, he's, we got 2 million viewers watching Fortnite on Twitch with a new live event, 1 million on YouTube, and 7.5 on Mixer. It's like, dude, me moving to Mixer was such a huge platform. It was massive, and not just, like, it wasn't just for me, and I didn't do it just for me either. One of the main reasons was just, like, if we do this, like, it's going to set the precedent that a lot of platforms are going to have to start paying to keep their, like, paying to keep and paying for people to move platforms.
What I don't like about what Ninja said here is how he gets high views on other platforms even though his Mixer views are low. I understand what he meant, but this is the problem with someone as large as Ninja and Shroud. They don't see that even though they're getting more numbers outside of Mixer, it's Mixer that is suffering because people aren't committing to the platform like they do on Twitch or YouTube Gaming. It's not about elsewhere, it's about Mixer. That's where the conversation is.
I think what a lot of people don't take into account when it comes to Mixer's growth is the fact that they essentially started from nothing, right? There's nothing to grab a hold of to help them. Now they have to completely go back through the whole thing and try to figure it out, you know? So a lot of people don't think of the long con. They don't think of the long play. They just think of short-term play, right? So if you take Twitch and Mixer, right? Of course, Twitch right now is doing so good and continuing to do good because they have something, right? People who have started on Twitch 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, if they started that long ago, they probably have a pretty good foundation there, right? So that means why would they go anywhere else? They just wouldn't, right? So fast forward 3, 4, 5 years, the people that are gonna be the up and comers, the new guys, those are gonna be the people that are gonna be on Mixer in the future, right? That's in theory, that's the long con. That's the long play. Because oversaturation is definitely real, right? So if you're somebody that wants to start live streaming, why would you do it somewhere that's oversaturated? You know, you'd go somewhere where you think you have more success, or somewhere that you like better, right? That's kind of what Mixer's trying to be. They're trying to be that haven for those people, the new people. It sounds so weird. That goes for watching too. You know, why would you stop, or why would you swap if you're watching, right? And you've watched for years there. So that's what I'm saying. The end goal isn't necessarily to grab those people. While it is good to grab them, your plan can't be too focused on grabbing them. Just more so getting the attention and waiting. You really just have to wait. When you're creating a streaming platform, you just have to sit there and fucking wait.
You just have to sit there and wait? This is a very scary statement for Shroud to make, at least to me, because in Mixer's current state, during a time like this, after their 2-year plan went out the window, this isn't a time for Mixer to sit there and wait. For the platform to even exist in the future, work has to be put in by everyone. You can't just rely on just nothing and think that it'll work out even if it's owned by Microsoft. Actions are louder than words, and the actions that I saw Microsoft take was cutting the Mixer staff and treat Mixer like it was a separate thing. We know Mixer doesn't have plans, and they're starting from zero. A statement like that doesn't sit well with me. And once again, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not trying to be negative or bring negative or shading and blah, 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 but a lot of people on the platform are not like Shroud and Ninja. If Mixer were to die, they're not gonna be okay. Some people have actually made Mixer their full-time jobs. And if it doesn't last in a year or two, they won't be okay. And I don't think it's a good idea to just sit and wait and just hope that things will be okay. Something has to be done now. We have to incite change now. What has to be done? I'm now going to list off some suggestions that Mixer and people on Mixer should do to help this platform. We need to talk and show this platform everywhere we can, and that includes everyone, from the streamers and the regular viewers, and yes, even Shroud and Ninja too. Mixer will not survive if left on their names alone. It won't save the platform. I talked about this a lot with my cousin Super Kami, and we have a podcast called Get Your Game Sense Up. Links will be in the description or in the card. But we spoke about how, like Beyonce, when Beyonce started putting her music on Tidal, even though she was there, her name wasn't going to help Tidal alone. She had to advertise, tweet about it, put stuff out to gain more traction, show it off, and vice versa. Now, I know Tidal went through a whole thing last year and blah blah blah, but you could even think about it with her own albums. Like, even though it's Beyonce, she still had to do a little something. Everybody has to do a little something, no matter how big they are. Because the goal for Mixer isn't to gain only the informed viewer who knows about Twitch and everything around live streaming. It's to get the attention of the average Joe, the casual viewer, the gaming curious, to show them that there's another option to Twitch, YouTube, etc., and that this could be their main streaming platform, whether they want to stream on it or just watch. Now, the next thing is we have to hold Mixer accountable for their part to maintaining this platform. Mixer partners or up-and-comers need to be well exposed and shown off on both Mixer and Xbox. Their faces and personalities need to be seen by as many people as possible, so everyone knows who the faces of Mixer are? English. There needs to be events where viewers and streamers could meet, socialize, aka a MixerCon. And after some searching on Google, I couldn't find anything related to this. If Mixer even does something like a con, the closest thing I could find was when they went to PAX. Even though there is a pandemic, advertisement can still be done. Many other companies are able to do this, and I really hope Mixer can at least get this back up and going. For SHROUD and Ninja and other Mixer partners, they can send in footage for these commercials from their home via their best moments or inspirational content, or sending a small team to their home to film. I mean, Jojo Siwa has a manless film crew in her house. She gets emailed the script and gets guided via video chat while the crew is in a van outside. So something is possible. The next thing is, Mixer needs something to rival Twitch Prime. The best I could come up with is possibly bundling a free sub with Xbox Game Pass owners, and with Game Pass on Xbox, PC, and upcoming xCloud, this has a really good shot to work. Another thing to help keep when people come and they want to sign up for the platform, opening up the sign up process for Mixer for new users and allow Gmail. I feel when users see that they have to add their number or create a new Outlook account that they'll barely use is a turnoff from the platform. It's better to enable them to sign up with something they most likely use and is active, like Gmail or their Instagram or their Facebook or their YouTube accounts, which is still Gmail. But something like that will really work, because for me, when people came to my platform, to my streaming platform, I had a few complaints that people had to create an Outlook account because they didn't want to add their personal number to on the Mixer platform, which is understandable. So opening up that process could help bring a lot of people in and can possibly retain them. Next, Mixer needs to bring user-friendly features that have existed on other platforms like Twitch, especially when it comes to PC stability. A lot of people watch streams on their PCs, not just Xbox and mobile, and there's a lot of issues on the PC client of Mixer that needs to be ironed out. I've had many complaints of the PC client just crashing, streams not loading, chat not working, delays, and it's surprising how, even though it's been out for this long, that this is still an issue. Their focus does seem to be only on the Mixer client and mobile client, but PC is just as important. Mixplay and FTL need to be updated. It's been 2 years. I personally never got FTL to even work for instant interactive streaming with my viewers. Like, every time I tried, I either got no picture or my stream just crashed. And these especially need to be updated because other platforms are starting to get similar features to both of these. Mixer, you gotta stay ahead of the curve, your own curve. Now, the last thing that I wanna put out there for Mixer's improvements is, Mixer, do not be like Twitch. Before Mixer acquired SHROUD and Ninja and started putting all of their eggs on them, Mixer used to be very in tune with their community. They would reply to comments, follow people when they create a streaming account, and it created like this personal relationship with them, even though they are owned by Microsoft. And slowly, over time, even though I've been using Mixer for a few months, before when I was doing my research on it, it was a much different experience than after Ninja and SHROUD were acquired. Now, I'm not blaming Ninja and SHROUD, I'm talking about Mixer and their decisions and where they thought things were gonna go. now, after all of that, I'm hearing so many problems and issues with like getting partnered and some weird like stuff that you would hear on Twitch basically are happening on Mixer, and it surprises me because that's not what this was about. That's not what Mixer is about. So Mixer, you have to do better. You have to bring back that personal relationship that used to be there. At least from someone kind of on the outside looking in, that's what I see. And if I see it, a lot of others see it too. And to kind of give an example on what I'm talking about, like I would see a lot of people that work really, really hard on Mixer and do their best to be good and keep their chat in order, and they would apply for partner and get denied. Then they'll do it again and get denied for the exact same reason, and then they'll just sit there confused because they don't understand how to fix the problem. And that's something that cannot happen. That's a very huge turnoff. Mixer needs to be more personal and to really take people who apply and or who are applying themselves for this partnership seriously. And don't leave anything in the air. Be specific, be outright, say what the problem is so that people can improve and grow and become the partner that they dream to be. Like Mixer can keep their rules upheld for these people, but when they apply and they don't know what went wrong, or they just don't understand what's going on, tell them, help them, bring that personality, that personal connection back. Honestly, this is like a huge problem between like all platforms. It seems like Mixer could be the last to be hitting with this strange thing now, and it's something that needs to stop. Like I don't understand why it's so hard to just be upright and help people that are internally helping the platform. You know, it's not right. It's not cool. So that is everything I was able to come up with for Mixer if they want to improve and make a turnaround. There are plenty of other issues with the Mixer system that I'm not experienced or familiar enough to speak on those aspects, but I will link a video to Solcy. She has been on the Mixer platform for 2 years and has a similar viewpoints to mine, and gives insight to other sides of Mixer that needs to be improved because she too doesn't want the platform to die or go down the wrong path. I found her when I was finishing up my video, so check her out. She's very informative. Now we finally made it to the end. I hope to whoever is watching, you can understand where I'm coming from and where I want this road to lead for Mixer. Please share the video if possible, spread the word so we can encourage Mixer to improve and make better decisions in the future. Once again, if there's anything that I may have gotten wrong or missed or whatever, please make a comment and let's have a conversation. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.